What's up, good people? Welcome back to the Be Official Podcast. I'm your host, your guy, Paul Payne. 837 is in the house. And it's just a good feeling to have you guys here once again. Like, any other day, you would have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us. So we just welcome you to the Be Official Podcast. And today we'll be reacting to an interview by Yo Maps. I know everybody was looking forward to this interview, Yeah, it's more like the long-awaited interview, So let's see what this. I won't react to the whole podcast. You can go and watch it on Swelanji's page, Swelanji CMA. I'll drop some links in the wherever I'm going to put the links. You go and watch the full interview. I'll just react to some certain parts that resonated with me, So if you want to watch the full episode, go on the Growth Podcast by Swelanji, and you have a blast there, So let's do this, Let's go. Let's go. What we're waiting for. Let's go. So as mentioned, let's react to this this clip. I'll just react in parts, right? So let's react to one of the questions he was asked here. Let's go.
And pushing out Makululu, Choa, different compounds.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. And were there times when you thought that this wouldn't work? Because like you got the break, but before that, in that 10 years, did you ever think about quitting?
Yes, I did. When you are going through.
So before he goes further, right? Like, the journey to greatness is, it's crazy, man. I think I put out a certain post that I said, you can't be broke and bold at the same time, Just like you can't be great and stay in the comfort zone. Those two don't go in line together. So there's just like one way, one has to win, So whatever you choose your mind on, that's where your mind is going to go, right? So if you choose comfort, you'll be in the comfort zone, There are people who are just content with what they have. Quite well. Not everybody's built the same. There are other people who just want to chase more, like who are not satisfied with what they have. So it just depends on what you want as an individual. Are you cool with what you have? Then, it's all good. You want more, but yet you claim you're doing more, but, your actions speak louder than your words. So I think on this part, right, I resonate with him because everything's saying, but let's hear what he has to say.
Different situations, like where I'm coming from, like they don't. For me, the way I felt like they never used to support what I wanted to do, and when you see other people saying that your music is whack, you never make it, all those kind of bad ways.
And you would think like nobody ever told him that, hey? Like looking at the type of status he has now, type of with the hits that he's having now, with the achievements that he's getting now, you would think like he has never gone through such a phase. And that's what happens I think that's what everybody thinks when they see, quote unquote, somebody who's famous, somebody who's doing well, right? You think like they've never gone through any troubles, any problems. It's like they just got there, So, yeah.
I felt like, maybe I'm just wasting my time. Maybe I should just do what my mother is saying, maybe I should just go to school, or maybe, I felt like, maybe I'm just wasting my time, But again, shout out to
Kandeke International Managers.
You'll make it. And from that time is the only person.
But trust me, in as much as your people talk like whatever Kandeke has done in the past or whatever that, I feel by the end of the day, you need somebody like that in your corner. You need somebody who's going to believe in you in as much, because there are times when you don't see, they say the person who's great doesn't see themselves, you who carries greatness, at times you're blinded because you don't see that, right? Just like you don't see yourself without the mirror. It's hard. Like, you can't tell, right? If your face ain't looking great or whatever, like you need to fix your face. You can't tell if you don't have a mirror, right? So that applies with greatness. Sometimes you're blinded by yourself, so you need somebody to always remind you and tell you, like, yo, you can do this, right? But though they're not the final verdict, right? But you need somebody in your corner, because it's not all the time that you wake up like feeling all this, like I'm great, I can do this, There's just some times where you wake up, I just want to quit, yeah.
And who used to encourage me, like who kept me believing that things will change one day.
Yeah. And seeing where you guys have come from. And then there's a time when people were saying, no, you must drop Kandeke, leave him, move, find someone else to manage you, for you to be international. What was going through your mind there?
To be honest,
I remember there was a time this was like one of the biggest news everywhere, people were talking about it like hilarious. No, he should drop Kandeke. No, he should do this. People had different opinions, so by the end of the day, it is what it is, man. It's his journey, him alone, he decides. You don't decide for him, you feel me? So, yeah, but we just have to wish him all the best and support our own. Let's go.
I was just like, wow. People will judge you, maybe appearance, or maybe for Alanda. And for me, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but we learn from mistakes. So he's a human being. He makes mistakes. I make mistakes too. So I should not judge him based on his mistakes. You understand? Because I'm the person who understands Kandeke in and out. I know when he's wrong. I know when he's not. So it's like you're telling me to say, Mapsi, apatale njobe first isheko, then number take off him. And for me that's how I felt. I was like, yeah, now, okay. Let's say Kandeke namfumiapo. Then what's next? Because the management that I'm going to work with now, they don't really understand who the person I am. Kandeke understands me. He knows me. So it's better to...
The bed in hand. Two in the bush.
Thank you.
And so when now you like Vamochitika now,
it kind of reminds me of his relationship, right? It kind of reminds me of Justin Bieber and Steve. I've forgotten the name. Have I? Yeah, Justin Bieber's manager. I think there was a period in time when Justin Bieber was going through a lot, in his career, and everybody just gave up on the boy because he lost his way, and a lot of people were just like, that's it for him, and there he was, he was still there for him. Despite the obstacles, despite whatever he was going through, he never gave up on him or neglected him because he's tend to be into this person. But I think it's that strength that always guides you and just gives you the strength to, pick yourself up, because now you see yourself believing that you have people on your back who are watching over you, so you need you need people like that in your corner, man, because if you don't have, I remember there's what Warren Buffett said, right? He said, you can have all the money in the world, right? But at your deathbed, if you don't have loved ones beside you, then you're poor. I felt that, man. I felt that. And that's deep, so you need people.
Becoming successful.
Yeah.
How do you change now? How does your maps now change? What changes?
So we'll react to another clip. But about now, let's pay our bills.
I'm losing my way, lying all the time. I'm losing my faith. Help me be content with myself. I need you. Help me be content with myself. I need you. Money on my mind. I'm losing my way, lying all the time. I'm losing my faith. Help me be content with myself. I need you. Help me be content with myself. I need you. Manso langa langa,
akazi nimechanga. Welcome back. So we'll be reacting to the second clip, of which I know you can pick one or two things from here too. If you're an artist, a creative, an actor, whatever phase you are in, right? I think you can pick one or two from here. I wanted to mention like from the previous clip, you know, and just share my own experience, especially like with how things are sometimes, you know. It's for me, it's many days that I just want to quit this whole thing, you know, just stop, man, because you feel like there's like it's not just going your way, you know. There's certain points in your life where you want things to happen, but you know it doesn't happen according to your plan, you know. So sometimes it's just God's wish to, like, he knows the best time for you. That's why they say God's time is the best, right? Because for him, his time stays forever, and you understand why it took so long, you know. So for me, I've had people who have asked me, like, you know, do you ever think, like, do you have days where, for me, trust me, I always tell my manager, like, it's every day that I feel like quitting, man. For me, it's like every day that I feel like quitting, you know. So I think what keeps me going is just remembering why I started. So yeah, let's jump into the next clip and see what he has for us, you know. And yeah, pay attention, pay close attention to this and listen, all right?
Yes. So Kandeke, it's a surprise. Boy, it's a surprise, and I don't want him to know. In fact, I didn't want him to know that there's even something coming, you know. So these are the three people that I feel like they deserve everything.
That's a very big house, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a very big house. Na mbuzi then down as mbuzi
You know, Kai, back on the farm, you know, those
Yeah.
farmers.
Yeah.
So they have pigs, they have, you know, goats, they have cows, you know, all those stuff. So it's back on the lima cabbage, like different stuff.
Yeah. I know you mentioned that you're doing all your butchery and whatnot. I wanted to ask you, we've seen most artists like you know, come on the scene, like you're big, and then you know
Yeah.
then you know, like the next generation. So you find most of them become destitute.
Yeah.
Like, no, but I know you're maps or you baribe. Oh, I know maps anything I'm challenge. I don't see that. What are you doing to ensure that your future is, like, you know, set? Right now, when you get to these deals and all this music, you're at the top of your career now.
Yeah.
How are you ensuring that the future of you, your wife, your family, your children, you're not going to suffer even though you stop music?
First of all, number one,
Shout out to Suilanji. He knows how to tackle questions, man. Like, I feel it's a few people out here, especially on these podcasts and stuff, who are capable of, you know, drilling and, you know, removing some certain questions, like, you know, like removing certain parts from certain people. I feel like everybody will agree with me. I think this is one of the best interviews Yomaps has ever done, right? Because he's been, like, he's sat down to reveal certain parts that, if you listen to the whole thing, right, he's sat down to listen to certain parts, to reveal certain parts of himself that people didn't know, right? These are things that he's been going through, you know, moments he felt lost, moments he's felt like giving up on that kind of stuff, you know. There are moments when his deals were cancelled. There's a lot, and I feel like we never got the chance to know all about that until now. So shout outs to Surilanji, shout outs to the Growth Podcast, man. You guys are doing great, and yeah, I would love to see more of this and continue doing what you do best. Shout outs. So let's continue.
you need to understand that fame fades. That's the one thing. I'm not going to be on top forever.
Okay.
You understand? That's why we had been a chameleon these days. We had those people, like big artists, you know. So you just have to accept, and you have to face it. Like, you just have to accept that, to say you'll never be on top forever. So the little time that you have, my dear, use it wisely. You know, invest. If it means it's investing, invest. Do something that even after that time, after that moment, you'll be able to maintain, as, you know, whatever fate, like and all that. You know, because for me, what I know is that the same people are clapping for you today, they might mock you the other day. You understand?
That's true, man. This happens. This really happens. It's the same people today who are going to be cheering you, like leading you astray. Those are the same people who are going to be celebrating you in your fall, you know? So I think by the end of the day, you need to own and know how to keep your circle very small. You know, it doesn't mean you need a lot of people to make it, man. I think if you watch the full interview, you know that you don't need the whole. I don't know how many people that you need, man, but all you need is just a few believers, man, and you're good to go. So listen, pay attention.
So the thing is that you need to understand fame fades. So protect yourself. If it means to invest. Do something that will sustain you for a long period of time.
Okay. And to the young.
This is one thing we talk about with Mystery all the time. Shout out to Mystery, man. We talk about this all the time, man. Investing. That's lead to that, especially for artists, right? And the entertainment industry. It doesn't matter, gospel, secular, whatever. I think this is one area that we think you always be there forever. Nah, man. What goes up must come down, you know? He mentioned some very notable names, and those are time they had their peak, you know? But you have to prepare for the fall. It depends how you fall, right? You can either fall slow, bounce nicely, or you can fall. You know that type of hitting where you hit the ground. Or I start putting up hands. Yeah, that's the hard fall. You know, so you choose how you're gonna fall. Fall with grace, or fall without grace. So you gotta be smart. That's what he's talking about. Shout out to him, man. He's doing major things, man. Shout out to him.
Upcoming artists who want to reach the level you are at, what should they be prepared for? Because others just say, but what should they prepare to deal with?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. they need to.
And the other thing, right, especially for artists, this entitlement thing where you feel like people owe you stuff, oh man, that's crap. You don't need to stop that, man. You don't need to stop that. You don't need to stop that. Nobody owes you anything. You feel me? You gotta put in the work, man. You gotta put in the work day and night. I saw a comment on my page, right? I posted I was like saying we are almost clocking like 350,000 streams on Boomplay, right? So this guy just comments and says, all those songs, right? Because I think the snippet was showing like I have like 100+ songs, right? Then he posts saying, all those songs. So I just laughed because I don't love to argue, right? One thing you should understand is that there's what they call catalogs, right? A catalog. You claim to be an artist, but yet you only have 5 songs out, and you want to blow just from those 5 songs. For me, I best believe I've not written my best song yet, and I'll keep on writing and releasing, even if I clock 1 million songs, man. Because I know once those 1 million songs catch fire, guess who'll be winning? Me. Because everybody will be going back in time to go and listen to my old stuff, my old songs. And that has just been the drive for me. Like, you don't have to think people owe you stuff. Man, put in the work, man. Grind, work hard, man. I always heard about consistency, but I never followed the consistent way, you know. But I think you ought to be in a line where you don't blame anybody, but put yourself ahead and grind. Push yourself. Nobody's coming to your rescue. It's only you. You only have yourself, you know. So nobody's coming to your rescue. Not even your manager or whoever, or your best friend or your close friend or whatever. Nobody's coming to your rescue. Put in the work, grind. The moment people see that, people come through, man. So, let go.
Prepare themselves mentally.
Today it's a little bit deep, man. It's a little bit deep.
Physically, emotionally. They need to work hard.
Yeah.
They need to believe. They need to put God first. Because trust me,
God first. God first. Praying is a key, you know. Pray, but don't just end on prayer, man. I know since I prayed, God will bless. Nah, man. He blesses where the work is done. You feel me? He blesses the works of your hands, man. So you gotta go all in. You feel me? Praying while you're working. You know, that's been the drill for me. My dream has always been to always have especially like on the platforms, right? 1 million streams, 1 million whatever. And to be honest with you, I see that happening. Trust me. And slowly, certain people are in denial, right? But trust me, I see that is coming to pass, because that has always been on my vision board. And I'm coming, man. I'm coming. Shout out to you, Max.
Mu industry atu muliko kajela skaja, you know, and jeje mavela chat no artists kwa wanamfa kila poison mu mark among just like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw what happens to who is this we play out to yeah, you know.
You know, I'm grateful to have mingled around with a couple artists, you know, both in the secular world and gospel, whatever you might love to categorize them. I've met and sat down with a couple, and this story says about jealousy, you know, poisoning and stuff. There's a one artist, you know, I won't disclose the name, but he told me something about, you know, they call them nyanga, you know, witchcraft, whatever, in a studio, you know. So these are things that are real, man. That's why you have to be praying. Like you have to pray and know your people, know your circle. You know, it's always the close ones to you. Jesus was betrayed by who, man? Somebody was close to him. You know, so it's always the ones who are close to you. So just be careful with the people that you keep around. And always learn to read energies, man. Learn to read energies. Always have the God instinct. That will help you a lot, you know. Don't be blinded. Don't be blinded. Be awoke. Be awake. Always know who is with you and who's not with you. And stay away from those.
And it's just that people don't talk about it, but I'll say it. You know, in our industry, there's that kind of jealousy, you know, and we just need to be very, very careful, you know. So know what you want. They should know what they want. And because when you become famous, the responsibility becomes bigger. You know, you find that, like, I'll give you an example. Tempena Bonambeka, you know, had this group. You know, this group, need a group of chatika saying, boy, so they'll send a club ya so, bitch tikai. You understand? Then there's this group start telling you no.
Yeah, so I think I'll end here, right? So just like he's saying, you know, there are different people who come to you for different things, and there are different people who come to you for other things, right? There are people who will be there to celebrate with you. There are people who will be there to just want you to fall, you know, and bring you down in whatever aspects of life, because they don't see you fit being in that position that you're in. So it's every time that you need to be very woke with your life, with the people that you keep around you, with the people that you surround yourself with, and always maintain a mind that is very sharp. You know, you have a mind that is very sharp, and always know what you want. Know what you want. Don't have a mind of entitlement. You know, don't have a heart, you know, or a mindset where you just blame people. Learn to take full responsibilities, and just know that your actions speak louder than words. This, my friends, is the end of the reaction video. So thank you so much. I have a challenge that I challenged my people. We saw Beyonce pull out something crazy, and I want to pull out something crazy too for everybody. So 50 or more, depending on how the streaming numbers are going to be, we get 1 million plays on high power, either on Apple Music or both platforms. If we get 1 million plays, either ways, I'm taking 50 or more of you to Nando's on a Nando's date. So go and stream that song, put it on repeat. I don't know, whatever you can do, put it on your playlist, share it with friends. Let's do this, man. Let's break some records. It has never been done before. I've never seen this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen this. So yeah, let's pull out something different. Let's go and do this. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been your host, your guy, Pope Penny 37. And from me and the house, sayonara.